Hello, and thank you for joining me today. This is AC, continuing on our journey of self-love, self-peace, and creating a positive environment for yourself and the people around you. I told you that my next video is going to be positive. People, and we seriously need it. So that's what this is going to be. And this is about being positive. Positive and creating a positive environment for yourself. So I have a question for everybody out there watching, and that is, how often do you provide positive feedback for yourself? How often do you do that? And you might think to yourself, I'm not sure. Well, I decided to ask this question because, as I mentioned before, I've been doing some writing. And the thing that I realized about myself that really blew me away as I got into my writing and working on my self-esteem was I realized that the first time I referred to myself as good, beautiful, handsome, and I said these wonderful words about myself, I realized that for so long in my life, I had never used these words to describe myself. I never did that. And this is how I got into the idea about positive feedback. Positive feedback and self-validation. Because so often we as human beings look to others to validate us for whatever reason. Probably don't want to get into that because that take longer than we want to go. But needless to say, so often we look to others to validate us or to encourage us. And I also mentioned before, at the end of the day, if you don't have anybody else, the one person that you have is yourself and the spiritual connection that you share with God. And that spiritual connection can provide you with a great deal of strength building within yourself. And you have the ability to compliment yourself on various tasks that you might complete. If you have made a goal for yourself, obviously it's good for us to do that. We set goals for ourselves, even if it's something simple, that a project that you plan to complete on a Saturday, a chore, multiple errands that you have to run that you haven't been able to complete during the week because you've been working. Or if it's project that you might be working on with your child. It could be plain and simply the fact that you made it through the week dealing with your children. That is a task within and of itself. It may be the fact that you made it through the week working and you have multiple projects that you had to complete. It could be anything. It could be anything. But how often have you made the decision to praise yourself and give yourself a pat on the back and treat yourself to a dinner, or treat yourself to this particular, it might be a book that you wanted, but you put it off and you haven't gotten it. But you as an individual have the ability to validate yourself. You have the ability to provide yourself with positive feedback. And that also goes back to, as you're working through a task, as you're working to complete a task, you have the ability to say, you did a good job. You have the ability to say, hey, that was fantastic. You did good. Keep this up. Keep going. You have the ability to encourage yourself. You do. So you have to make sure that you remember that. Because again, so often we look to other people to provide us with positive feedback and encouragement and validation. Unfortunately, you might be waiting a long time if you're waiting on somebody else to make you feel good. You have the ability to make yourself feel good. Remember that. So I probably will go into a little more detail tomorrow on this, on maybe some steps you can take towards moving in that direction. But I wanted to try to make this fast. But remember, you have the ability to make yourself feel good. You do. You deserve it. You're worthy. You're beautiful. You're handsome. You're gorgeous. You're intelligent. You're a hard worker. You're determined. You're a caring person. You're a loving person. You deserve it. And if nobody else appreciates all those wonderful characteristics, you should. Take a look in the mirror. God created you. You're worthy. Allow your love light to shine bright within yourself so that that love light can transfer. You can transfer that energy to the people around you. Be blessed and have a wonderful day.